Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Capricorn, May 31, 2025. You're thinking more about your life direction, major life transitions, business, or career path. You're feeling more responsible and ready to do what's best. There is much to absorb and take in now, and healing energy is with you in your communications. It's a fine time to generate ideas and uncover useful information. Making plans for finances, business deals, and problem solving are all favored now as Mercury harmonizes with Pluto. You might gain an advantage or gain new insight into your goals. It's a time to take steps to narrow things down, pace yourself, and prioritize. You have a good head for practical matters, but you are also doing a lot of reading between the lines, which can help you understand both situations and people in your life. Mars has just begun its transit of your solar house, where it will stay until July 5th. This house is the sector of processing, privacy, and review, and Mars here is a signal to pay attention to your need for renewal and replenishment. Energy can be at a lower point, which encourages you to slow down, digest, process, and rest more often. You could temporarily feel less clear or confident about your plans, but this apparent slowdown isn't a stroke of bad luck. Instead, it's a time for a spirit boost or recharge. You're reorienting yourself in preparation for busier, more assertive times. Avoid inclinations towards self-deception or devious tactics to get what you want, these never truly satisfy. Instead, seek ways to put lingering problems behind you, as it's a good time to handle matters from the past. Today, you might revisit decisions or opportunities related to travel, education, publishing, and legal issues. Your personal belief system continues to deepen, and it's a powerful time for reworking and refining old methods and procedures. You could be dealing or meeting with people from your past or with whom you have unfinished business. Single, crushing, or already romantically attached, there's no denying the effects of today's revelatory trine between Mercury retrograde in your sign and smoldering Pluto via your exotic ninth house of adventure, faith, and belief systems. Do keep in mind that shadowy Pluto also governs your seventh house of agreements, compromise, and significant others, which means you could discover something that's been hidden from your conscious mind. Moreover, upon the moon's shift into warrior-like Aries, it will join 4 CES with lucky Jupiter and the wounded healer, Chiron, via your 12th house of closure, dreams, and all things behind the scenes. Follow your inner knowing. Growing and furthering your development in your career could be tiresome. However, you may have a better idea moving forward after Mercury retrograde in your sign trines Pluto retrograde in Capricorn. Pluto retrograde encourages Mercury retrograde to go deep, to embrace your professional truth. As a result, your mind may jump back to previous ideas and curiosities that you could further explore in your professional journey. You could even bring these topics up again in conversation to see what others have to say or if anything has changed in terms of opportunities. You're so much fun. How did you end up with all of these boring, repetitive tasks? Sadly, you can't do much about it aside from digging in and peeling those potatoes. After all, someone cute might join for dinner tonight. As soon as you arrive on the scene you find rivals seem to fade from view. Maintaining a natural approach helps you get the attention from any potential admirers. Make the most of your desirability and appeal, but be sure you don't overdo the swagger. Any exaggerated conduct can quickly become a turn-off. The good news is, you're going to look your best today. The glow on your face will come from a mysterious inner source, or at least that's how others may perceive it. You may not exactly feel well balanced on the inside, but you certainly can enjoy being told you look great. Go ahead and enhance it by styling your hair differently or spending a little extra time in the bathroom pulling yourself together. Oh, and by the way, there is no bad news. Chances are you're not going to feel much like getting together with others today. In fact, you may decide that what you really want is time alone. This can happen when a vibration occurs, and it is also one of its best effects. By taking the time to increase your self-awareness and to relax, you also increase your energy levels and creativity. Emotional well-being is dependent on a balance between time with others and time alone. Strike that balance today. Capricorn, foundations shift slightly, stay flexible. Your quote of the day: stability grows stronger when it bends with change. Your color of the day is forest brown, steady and adaptive. Lucky numbers: 7, 12, 18. A financial or work-related change may require you to adapt quickly. Trust your instincts, they're more forward thinking than they seem. Restructure with vision. Our eyes in the sky. Welcome to your tarot reading for May 31, 2025. As we close out this month, it's a natural time to pause, reflect, and gently acknowledge both the challenges you've met and the victories, big or small, you've earned. Whether May felt like a whirlwind, a slow climb, or a mix of both, this final day is an invitation to ground yourself in appreciation and possibility. The energy surrounding today isn't about pressure or productivity, it's about recognizing your growth and preparing your spirit for a renewed start. Today's cards are the Magician, 10 of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, Page of Wands, and 3 of Swords reversed. Let's begin with the Magician. What a powerful presence to start the reading with. This card speaks to your inner ability to turn vision into reality. You may not realize it, but you're sitting on an incredible toolkit of experience, intuition, creativity, and willpower. You've already survived more than you give yourself credit for, and the things you've learned along the way, they're ready to be used now. If there's something you've been quietly dreaming of, starting a project, changing something in your life, expressing yourself in a new way, today is the day to remind yourself that you have what it takes. This isn't about perfection. It's about trust. The first step is always belief. The 10 of Cups brings in warmth and emotional fulfillment. This card is like coming home after a long journey. It's the love that surrounds you, the support that finds you, even when you're not looking. Maybe you've had moments this month when you questioned your place, your worth, or your direction. This card reminds you that connection is never far, and that you are deserving of joy, community, and emotional peace. Take time today to check in with the people who make your heart feel safe. Even a short message can reconnect you. And if you've been hoping for healing in your relationships, this card carries the energy of reconciliation and deeper understanding. Next, we have the Knight of Pentacles, steady, loyal, and practical. This knight isn't flashy, but he's committed. And that's exactly the energy you might be called to embody today. Maybe you're building something long-term, a goal, a habit, a new mindset, and it feels like progress is slow. That's okay. Sometimes, the most important changes are the quiet ones we don't immediately notice. This card encourages you to keep showing up for the life you're creating, even if the results take time to bloom. The Knight doesn't quit. And neither do you. The Page of Wands brings a beautiful spark of curiosity and inspiration. You might feel a flutter of excitement today, maybe even a random idea that grabs your attention. This card often appears when you're being invited to approach life with fresh eyes. Think back to a time when something small like a book, a song, or a conversation lit a fire in your spirit. That kind of passion is always accessible, even when life gets serious. So be open to a bit of spontaneity today. Take a walk without a destination. Write something just for yourself. Say yes to something that makes your heart beat a little faster. And finally, the Three of Swords reversed, a deeply healing presence. This card in reverse tells us that you are actively mending from something that once felt sharp, whether it's a recent disappointment or an old wound that's been echoing in the background. Healing is never linear, and it's okay if you're still finding your way. What matters is that you are choosing to release the pain, one breath at a time. You are allowed to outgrow the story of your heartbreak. You are allowed to feel joy again, even if part of you still carries a bruise. The energy today is deeply forgiving toward others, yes, but especially toward yourself. Altogether, these cards tell a story of someone stepping into their power, reconnecting with love, embracing slow growth, feeling inspired again, and healing what's been quietly aching. That someone is you. And as May comes to an end, I hope you can look in the mirror and see the strength, softness, and transformation that's been unfolding inside of you, whether the world noticed or not. If any part of today's reading spoke to you, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. Did you feel the energy of the magician calling you to trust yourself more deeply? Are you experiencing the kind of healing the Three of Swords speaks to? Or maybe the Ten of Cups reminded you of the people who bring light to your life. Let's create a space here where we can share, reflect, and support one another as we cross into a new month. You've made it through another chapter. Honor yourself for that. And remember, as June arrives tomorrow, you're bringing with you more wisdom, more clarity, and more courage than you started with. That alone is something worth celebrating. Keep going, you're doing beautifully.